Some evangelical church leaders have been particularly outspoken and critical of the LGBTQ community, leading me to think that those pastors doth protest too much. It's true that there have been a significant number of prominent anti-gay church leaders who've been caught engaging in homosexual behaviour with rent boys, but to be fair, most evangelical leaders are evidently straight and fiercely promote traditional family values, and in doing so have managed to succeed in keeping their homosexual exploits a secret, throwing people off the scent by adopting macho personas, wearing butch leather jackets and checkered shirts, angrily preaching that men should be more manly, and making misogynistic remarks about women. Truthfully though, sexuality is not something that concerns me, and it's an issue that I never intended to weigh in on. I'm certainly not an expert on the subject. However, it is apparently unavoidable and seems to be a perpetually hot potato that Christians just can't leave alone. And so I feel I might as well add my 2 cents, given the volume of the ongoing arguments that are taking place. If you look at certain Christian groups, sexuality seems to be the most important issue in the church today. It's a discussion often shrouded in anger and hate and completely absent of love, and regardless of what you feel the Bible teaches about sexuality, the one fact that Christians shouldn't ignore is that the church has treated LGBTQ people without sense or compassion. As I say, this isn't a subject I ever intended to talk about, but after hearing different stories, and thanks to a TV show about a crime-fighting vicar, which I'll come to shortly, I felt convicted to look into what the Bible actually says. For the majority of Christians, the issue of sexuality is an open and shut case. If you look in the Bible, then you'll read that God clearly doesn't approve of homosexuality. The law of Moses condemns it, the Apostle Paul condemns it, and Jesus condemns it. Well, he says that people shouldn't have sex outside of marriage, and gay people can't get married, ergo, Jesus condemns it. God created man and woman to be united in perfect sexual union, or as many reactionary evangelicals will put it, God created Adam and Eve, he didn't create Adam and Steve. The Bible is the word of God, and he has spoken on the matter. It's an unnatural act which is abhorrent to God. Just a note, whilst homosexual lovemaking may be deemed unnatural, nature has made it possible for a man to fit his penis inside the rectum of another man. If God really didn't want people to anally penetrate each other, perhaps he should have fitted the human rectum with a special valve that stopped things from going in, but which still allowed feces to come out. Or replaced our human genitals with bird-like cloacas.